Earning a spot on the varsity basketball team for most players feels like a long and slow process, especially if they don't know what they're doing. But I'm here to make sure that won't be the case with you. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know if you want to make the varsity basketball team so fast that it feels unfair and your friends get upset, like, how did you make it and I didn't? Now, if you don't know my story, when I was a sophomore in high school, I scored just 13 points on varsity. I rode the bench the entire season. Then, after one offseason of obsessing like it was nobody's business, I scored 410 points, became my team's MVP, made first team all conference, and it was all uphill from there. Alright, so the first piece of advice I have for you is obsession. Bro, if you want to make the varsity basketball team fast, I'm here to tell you right now, basketball is no longer a hobby for you. This is what you do. Alright, so when you get home from school, right? Make sure you get all your schoolwork done and then get on that basketball court. Do everything you can to get as much time on the court. Get in the weight room too, right? I'm going to talk more about that stuff later in the video, but yo, if you want big results in basketball, you can't be doing what everybody else is doing because then you're just going to get the same results. So if you want to make varsity faster than most other people your age, dude, you got to obsess. All right, my next piece of advice for you is you need to have a plan. Now, I know I just talked about being obsessed with playing basketball, making the varsity team, training hard, but if you don't have a plan, that's similar to rowing a boat as fast as you can when somebody next to you has a bigger boat and they can just row slowly and just go right past you, you know? So the level of your plan will dictate the level of your improvement. So I saw the biggest growth in my basketball skills, my abilities, when I had a plan for every single day of the week. So I would say, okay, now it's 6 days out of the week, but 3 days out of the week, I'm going to hit the weight room. And also on those same days after the weight room, I'm going to work out with my trainer for an hour, 2 hours, right? And then on those same days, I might work out on my own. I'm going to hit a shooting workout, not going to be too much running because I don't want to do too much, right? So like I scheduled out everything and I made a plan. Now, if you don't know how to plan out your lifting routines, your basketball workouts, everything like that, click that link in the description, the Varsity Basketball Blueprint. It is everything you'll need to make the varsity team. Give yourself the best opportunity to. It has the workout plans, has the lifting routines. It's all laid out for you, and a bunch of other good stuff, so check that link in the description. My third point I want to make is that you need to confront your fear. Bro, you're worried. What if you don't make it? You're worried. Bro, what if I just embarrass myself? What if people make fun of me? What if? But you need to understand the truth, man. All that fear that you have is just smoke. It's not tangible, but it will blind you. And if you keep giving into that fear, you're giving it more power. If you look in the Bible, do not be afraid is a phrase that is repeated 365 times. That means for every single day of the year, there is a verse that states, do not be afraid. When God made you, He made you with so much strength, so much power, so much love. I just spit everywhere. I'm keeping this in. Yo, if you believe in the lies that you are not strong, you're weak, all your fears, all those fears are just lies. It is the devil whispering in your ear, trying to get you off the path that you're meant to be on. Yo, God put these dreams on your heart, and He put this vision in your mind for a reason. It's because He has plans for you, not that you will be harmed, not that you will fail, but so that you will prosper. Jesus said, why worry about the tomorrow? For tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Does worrying add a single moment to your span of life? No. And also, He said, seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. You know why? Because seeking first the kingdom of God is not some material thing. It's a building of character. And Jesus said He will be like a well of living water that flows not from outside of you, but inside of you. When God made you, He gave you the strength to overcome any difficulty. He gave you the power to overcome these lies that have been infecting your mind. It's like you have an angel on this shoulder and the devil on the other, and you've been choosing to listen to the devil on your shoulder. You need to turn your head and listen to that angel, which is the true spirit. This is the lies over here. This is the truth. Listen to Jesus Christ and understand that God made everything. He made you. Not as a mistake, but as a true, living, awesome, perfect spirit. And he is perfecting you day by day. He is the potter, we are the clay. So put your trust in Jesus Christ. Put your trust in God, man. Come on. He gives you the strength. Next. Your training must be game-like. When you go into your training sessions, it must be translatable to the games. The biggest reason why you hit shots in practice but you struggle to hit them in games is probably for this reason. You're not training fast enough. You're shooting in your workout and you're going slow. All right, let me catch that ball. All right, cool. Bang, let me get a shot up. That's not going to cut it. If you want to make good shots in games, you have to practice those same shots in practice. So let's say in the games you come off a ball screen from the wing and you get into the mid-range area. Practice those shots constantly in practice. All right. Don't do some 10-move dribble combo that you'll never do in the game in the practice and then expect, you to be able to do the same things that you do. Like, it's just not going to connect. All right. Make sure your practices are translatable. Next, let's talk about goal setting. If you want unlimited motivation, you want to be able to just get out of bed and go hit that morning workout. You don't want to have to rely on your discipline. Create goals that excite you. A lot of people nowadays will talk about this whole David Goggins can't hurt me. I'm the alpha. I'm that guy. I'm on my grind set. But something that I've found in my life is I've been able to have more success than other people in what I decide to do because I love what I do. Think about YouTube, for example. There's been so many people that have tried to make a basketball YouTube channel and blow up, but they really, would get 5 videos out and then quit. Like, I see it. I study my competition. There's only a select few that are doing really well. And I think it's because they love what they do. So the next time you see somebody that's doing something well, they're playing basketball well, they're sticking to a business, they're sticking to a YouTube channel, you got to understand, they probably love what they do. And I am convinced that if you love what you do, you will trample all the other people that rely on their discipline and just want to grit their teeth and grin and bear it. All right? It might not be the very sexy answer because everybody wants to hear, oh, well, I do it even though it hurts, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have to. You can just do it because you love it and do more work than everybody else. Just saying. Also, if you want some help with goal setting, you don't know exactly how to make smart goals and how to stick to them, once again, Varsity Basketball Blueprint, link in the description. There you go. All right, this next piece of advice is huge, and I wish I started this sooner. You got to learn the game. And the way to do that is by watching film. When you watch film, you need to have a few intentions in your mind. The first thing is you need to figure out, what am I weak at? What did I do well? And did I attack opportunities? That's the 3 for yourself, okay? Now, if you're scouting your opponents, you're trying to get an edge on somebody else, you need to be asking yourself these 3 things. What are their weaknesses? What are their strengths? What opportunities do they love to have? So is there a specific spot on the court they love to get to? For example, they might love the mid-range pull-up on the left side. Don't let them get to that spot. I hope this video helped you, and once again, the Varsity Basketball Blueprint is a full guide to making the varsity team. You'll love it. I wish I had it when I was your age. Click that link in the description. Now, if you would like to see the bench warmer to varsity starter full guide, click this video. But as always, keep God first. Stay blessed, bro. Love you, man.